I wanted to just do a video about walking bass lines. I think a lot of bass guitarists kind of approach this in the wrong way. I was lucky enough to study with some amazing double bass players playing bass guitar. I'm not a double bass player. Large, cumbersome instrument, not for me. But I've studied with some amazing double bass players, and I think it's kind of important that we try and emulate how a double bass player would approach a walking bass line. You got to imagine that you got to remember that a double bass is a large instrument. When you're playing a supportive role, you're playing down here. If you're playing a double bass, then to really get around, to get to the notes, you're going to be using those open strings. Open strings are vital. I keep saying this in all my videos. Open strings are really important. So let's take a few bars of a song. I think I've used this song before. Confirmation. It's got a bar of F major 7, E minor 7, A7, flat 9, D minor 7, C minor 7, F7, B flat 7, A minor, D7, G minor, C7. That's what is that? 8 bars. So how are we going to approach that? We've got an F major 7. So our first chord for a bar, and we've got to land on an important note within the E minor 7 flat 5. The root 5th or 3rd is your preferred choice. Probably the root if you can. So straight away I'll be thinking, okay, root. I'm already thinking, how am I going to get to that E? I'm going to use that open A. I've really just played a pentatonic. There's your E. Now I've got to get to the A. It's a flat 5. It's E minor 7 flat 5, so I'm playing the flat 5th there. There's your A. Now I've got to get to the D for the D minor 7. Approach from a half step below. I've got to get to the C minor, F to the F7, down to the B flat. Stretch out and sort of get ideas, but the majority of your playing is going to be down here. This is, and if you use your open strings, you can play an awful lot without moving your hand. I can play the whole of this song without moving my hand. Let's do the 8 bars that we've covered. There you go. There's the B flat dominant 7. G minor 7. Yeah. So you can play. It's worth trying this. Try and play whole songs, whole jazz standards without moving your hand. So you've got to think about how you're playing all these scales. You know, there's a G minor Dorian. Learn how to play it like this using the open strings. G mixed lydian. G major. If you've got that sort of knowledge, then you can play. You know, you don't have to move your hand unless you want to, and that's really what it's about. So I would say listen to the double bass players, practice all your scales down here without moving your hand. Play all the major scales. So start on C major. If you run out of notes, drop down. F major, B flat major, E flat major. I'm gonna avoid this note. This is a high C. That's cheating. So that's an exercise. Maybe I should cover in another video. But when it comes to walking bass lines, think about being melodic. Play down here. Use open strings. Okay.